Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 35th ceremony for the presentation of the Tyler Prize for Environmental Achievement.
I'm Owen Lind. I currently chair the Executive Committee of the Tyler Prize for Environmental Achievement. We do wish to welcome you to this evening in which we honor two very worthy recipients of this prize. The Tyler Prize, as you will study, if you will read your program on page 3, has quite a distinguished history. So I refer you to page 3, it'll save me from doing a lot of talking. But I should not omit to call your attention to the fact that this prize was the germ of an idea of John Tyler in 1972. Now, environmental action, environmental movements were quite rare at that time.
John Tyler was quite forward-looking in that period when he established this prize, which originally was referred to as the Tyler Ecology Prize. John did not live to see the first awards given from the prize, but subsequently to his passing, his wife Alice took a great interest in the prize and was instrumental for many, many years in the activities of the prize before her passing. She was a delightful lady. We enjoyed knowing her, and I wish each of you could have known her. She greatly influenced the nature of this prize. She greatly appreciated the work that had been done by the recipients that her group of individuals, given the task of making selections from usually a very large number of potential nominees from around the world. She always seemed to be extremely pleased with our selection. And of course, we were very pleased with the fact that she was pleased with what we had done. We do miss Alice. I would call your attention to the little phrase by Jacob Bronowski in the column of the program. Man masters nature not by force, but by understanding. Indeed, that's what this is all about, isn't it? If we're going to deal with problems of the quality of our environment, assuring a better world, not for us, but for our grandchildren and great-grandchildren, it's going to require understanding. And tonight we do recognize two individuals whose work has greatly enhanced our understanding of the mechanisms with which nature works, so that indeed we can better deal with the conditions that we perhaps inadvertently create that could possibly damage this beautiful blue orb on which we live. We call it the Earth, and we must pass on to our grandchildren. I want to recognize a few individuals here before we go on with the presentations. The Tyler Prize is awarded following a careful selection process, as I mentioned, by an executive committee. This executive committee is composed of a distinguished group of scientists and engineers from around the world who participate in this. And I'm going to ask them to stand as I call their names. If you'll hold applause until they're all standing, then we can thank them all for the hard work that they do. Dr. Rosina Bierbaum is Dean and Professor of Natural Resources and Environmental Policy at the University of Michigan. Huh? Margaret Catley Carlson, who is our very newest member on the committee, has just joined with us, is chair of the World Economic Forum for Global Water Agenda from Vancouver, Canada. Dr. Robert Frosch, Senior Associate, the Belfer Center for Science and International Affairs at Harvard University. Dr. Ralph Mitchell is the Gordon McKay Professor of Applied Biology at Harvard University. Dr. Sherwood Rowland Brin, Research Professor of Chemistry and Earth Science Systems at the University of California, Irvine. A Tyler laureate himself, and then those people copied us and awarded him the Nobel Prize. Dr. Cornelius Sammet, excuse me, I'm reading two lines at the wrong time, same time here. Dr. Jonathan Sammet. What? No fish. I'm going down to Cornelius Sullivan next. John Sammet back there, and Cornelius Sullivan up here. Dr. Sammet is director of the Institute of Global Health in the Keck School of Medicine at the University of Southern California. And Dr. Sullivan is professor of biological sciences at the University of Southern California. Two members of the executive committee are both ill this evening, people that we greatly respect and we're very concerned and we wish them very well. Dr. Judith McDowell, who is a senior scientist at Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, and Dr. Arturo Gomez Pompa, who is a professor emeritus at the University of California, Riverside, and professor emeritus at the University of Veracruz, Veracruzana, Mexico. In addition to the executive committee, who do an extraordinary amount of work in picking the recipients of this, perhaps there's one person who does more work. And usually she's hiding in the back corner back there. Miss Sue Anderson is the administrator of the Tyler Prize. Sue, you must stand. Indeed, our work would not be done if it were not for Sue. We greatly appreciate the effort she puts into this for us. Also, we have with us this evening, we mentioned one Tyler laureate. We have another one with us this evening. Birute Galdikas, the Tyler laureate from 1997. Birute, where are you? Stand up. Over here, yes. Very well. Welcome back. We also have another group of people that we are very much interested who are working also in the area of philanthropy in the environment, and another group that stems from Alice Tyler's efforts. This is the Tyler Perpetual Trust. This is a group of individuals who are also supporting activities that contribute to the betterment of mankind, and I want to recognize this group as well. Mr. Paul Lividary is the chair of this group. Is Paul here? Yes, back over here. There we are. Thank you. Mr. John Hoig is a member of the Perpetual Trust. Martha Appello. Martha? Very good. Alan Brown. Thank you. Anders Brown. Courtney Brown. And Nancy Sharp. This group is to be shown appreciation for the diverse fields with which they endeavor in terms of improving the quality of life for people also around the world. Did I miss anyone in the group? I think I got the whole trust group. Very good. All right, at this time, it's my pleasure to turn over this podium to Dr. Michael Quick. Michael is Executive Vice Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences at the University of Southern California. Quick.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of University of Southern California President Stephen B. Sample, Provost C.L. Max Nikias, the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences Dean Howard Gilman, I want to add my welcome to all of you on this very special evening to honor the recipients of the 36th Annual Tyler Prize for Environmental Achievement. Owen did a wonderful job of recognizing many of our esteemed guests this evening, but I also want to personally extend my appreciation to Owen, to the members of the Tyler Prize Executive Committee, and to the members of the Tyler Prize, to the Tyler Perpetual Trust. my gratitude for all that you continue to do. The Tyler Prize is known the world over as the preeminent recognition of environmental achievement, and so you should be very proud of what the prize represents. I also wish to extend a special welcome to past Tyler laureates, to many distinguished guests here in the audience, to the families and friends of this year's recipients, especially their wives, Cindy Alley, Giri Ramanathan. Welcome to all of you. I also wish to extend my thanks to all the people at USC who have worked incredibly hard to make tonight's event and previous year's event so special. As Owen said, a special shout out to Sue Anderson, the Tyler Prize administrator, for her amazing cat herding skills. USC, and especially the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, is honored to be the host of this year's Tyler Prize, a role we've been proudly playing since 1980. As a university, we have been and will continue to be committed to scholarship, advocacy, and outreach on behalf of environmental issues, not only for the present generation, but for future generations as well. USC has made a point of bringing together scholars from the natural sciences, the social sciences, and engineering to tackle many issues related to the environment. Such interdisciplinary efforts are exemplified by the establishment about 15 years ago of the Wrigley Institute for Environmental Studies, but it is also reflected in its deep involvement with the Wrigley Marine Science Center on Catalina Island, the Southern California Earthquake Center, and its support of scholarship in programs such as earth sciences, geobiology, and marine biology. A core mission of USC is also that of education and outreach, and we are very proud that all of the faculty that are involved in the programs I just mentioned find value in community education. We call it K through Gray. Of course, I want to turn my attention to the reason we are here tonight, and that is to recognize our 2009 Tyler Prize laureates, Professor Richard Alley, Professor Veerabhadran Ramanathan. Their body of work in understanding both the natural and human impacts on the environment is not only great scholarship, but it is vital to our future and to the future of our planet. But enough about them. Let's talk about me. I was born in Los Angeles in 1962. I had a fairly uneventful childhood. Unfortunately, I have to jump ahead to the present for the sake of time. I am not an environmental scientist. I'm a neuroscientist. I study a brain chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the reward or the pleasure chemical, the happiness chemical of the brain. If you're hungry and you eat, you get a little squirt of dopamine in your head. If you win the Tyler Prize, I guess you get a big squirt of dopamine in your head. I'm also a university dean. There is not a lot of dopamine in the dean's office. But I do love talking to students. There's lots of dopamine to be had when you talk to them. This time of year at a university, you're actively recruiting high school seniors to be the next class of freshmen. And within just the last few years, the awareness of students about the global environmental crises we face and their desire to do something about it is beyond inspiring. Environmental studies at USC, for example, is the fastest growing major we have on the campus. Our students travel the world not only to see it, but to feel the problems of the environment that we face. But more than that, to just roll up their sleeves and actually find solutions to those problems. I bring this up because our laureates this year are not just great glacial and atmospheric scientists, they are passionate advocates for the environment, and more than that, they are actively pursuing solutions to the crises that confront us. They are the role models for a new generation of young people who come forward not just with an awareness of the problems we face, but a desire to make a difference. That should give us all little squirts of dopamine when we think about our future. And that is why tonight I'm very privileged to salute the 63rd and 64th awardees of the Tyler Prize for Environmental Achievement. Please raise your glasses. Congratulations, gentlemen. Cheers. Thank you.
Michael, thank you for that. Michael Quick, in his position at the university, is a person who we really enjoy working with. He is extraordinarily cooperative and sensitive to the needs of the committee, and we compliment the university for having a man such as that in his position. Now,